It's a brand new week. This is October 6th, 2K14. This is also Wayne Goldsboro Television. Hello there. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend.
Oh, wow. I'm about to explode.
From what?
From fish. We had fish on Friday. There was fish fry Friday.
Yes, we did.
I'm telling you, I love the Shriners. They do a wonderful job with their shrine fish fry. And this
did you eat it twice? You ate it for lunch and dinner.
That's right. Hey.
Go Wayne.
Well, twice a year. Why
you
not?
can do it twice in one day, all for a fantastic cause.
Yeah, fortunately, it's only twice a year.
Yes.
Because if it was more, I would be, well, never mind. I'd be exploding all over the place.
But fish is great for you.
It is great. October 6th is today. And again, we're in a brand new month. And I didn't mention this the other day, but I want to mention just a couple things about October. Of course, it's Fire Prevention Month.
Yes.
And there's a reason for that. We'll talk about that later in the week or next week. No, later in the week. Fire Prevention Week is this week, as well as Fire Prevention Month. Energy Awareness Month is this month. Computer Learning Month. And I wish I could learn as fast as my computer.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Even this is Adopt a Shelter Dog Month as well. Very important. Keep that in mind. Okay. And there's a bunch of other things.
Other things that are happening this month. Yeah, October, the fall is always a busy time.
Busy, busy.
It is. And today on our show, we have an interview with Safe Kids.
Oh, yeah.
Which is an organization that is throughout the nation, actually.
Right.
And, or actually, I believe it is it international? I'm not sure. I know it's worldwide.
It probably is.
I believe it is. I think it is worldwide.
Yes, it is worldwide.
And you interviewed the local chapter recently through the Partnership for Children.
Unfortunately, the chairman of that particular committee could not be here. She had an emergency in the family. But John Morton, fire marshal from Goldsboro, I've known John a long time. Call him cousin.
Cousin.
Well, my mother's maiden name was Morton.
Oh,
so John and I,
you feel like you're cousins.
I feel like, anyway, nice guy, and a couple of guys, or rather a senior airman from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, Senior Airman Hildebrand, came in, and special guest Sparky the dog.
Well, how about that?
Sparky the fire dog was here, and you're going to see that today.
All right, and then of course we have Paige Leonard on with Crime Stoppers, as usual,
Sergeant
with
Leonard.
our Crime of the Week, asking for your help.
Yeah, doing a great job as well. Plus, and that's just a couple of the programs. We'll have something
and there's others.
As well. I also want to mention, and I failed to mention this last week, but I want to make a point of thanking the New Hope Ruartan Club. During our hiatus, when we were off for a few weeks, they invited me to come out and speak to that organization, and the food was fantastic. The fellowship was great. Just a fantastic organization, the Ruartans, and I thank you very much, the New Hope Ruartan Club.
All right.
It's a great group, very solid people there, and several of them I've known for a number of years.
I'm sure.
Just really good people.
We have a lot of good civic organizations in Wayne County.
We do. People, this
good-hearted, community service-minded.
It is, very much so, and when you take that and couple that with Seymour Johnson Air Force Base and all the volunteer work that Seymour Johnson does, wow,
a giving community.
We're very fortunate to be right here in Wayne County.
And this weekend, this Saturday,
what's going on?
Is another event, speaking of things happening non-stop in the fall, the Taste of Wayne.
Is that this Saturday?
That is this Saturday, October the 11th, from 11 to 1:30. And I'll tell you, recently, I was able to visit another taste. I did it down in Charleston. They call it,
really?
It's the Taste of Charleston. Southern Living Magazine puts it on.
Wow.
It was wonderful, but you know what I learned as I walked around that event? It's very, very similar to what we have right here in Wayne County.
Is that right?
Very similar.
So you don't have to drive to Charleston?
No, you don't.
Okay.
No, a little bigger venue, but it was very interesting to compare the two and see what a great job the United Way does right here in Wayne County.
We we're very fortunate to have organizations like United Way here in Wayne County, and they just do such great work here. And I hope you're able to go to the Taste of Wayne. Tickets are limited.
Right on Center Street in front of City Hall.
That's it.
That's right.
That's exactly
Get your tickets.
And I want to get real serious about something here in just a second. I was at a convenience store the other day, and when I came out to get into my vehicle, there was a car parked next to me. The engine was running, and there were 3 children in it.
Uh-oh.
The door was not locked. Okay, the kids could have gotten out. The kids were older kids. They were like 12, 13. Young ladies sitting in the front seat got over behind the steering wheel. The engine was running, got behind the steering wheel, and actually tried to move the car, and did actually put the car in gear and move that car. Let me tell you something. That is so dangerous So dangerous, because it would not have taken much for that child to end up with that vehicle in the street. Parents, watch what you're doing. Make sure that if you have to get out of the car, you roll the window down and turn the car off. If you have to leave the kids in there, make sure they're old enough to get out, know how to get out of the car. Please do this. This was such a dangerous situation, so I had to go in and tell the mother, boy, she was hot. Literally. So please be careful with that. Think
Talking about safe kids in general.
I couldn't believe this was happening. The child actually put the car in reverse, and
oh my goodness,
slammed it back up again. The car did this. So please be careful. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Okay.
Well, stay with us. Let's go to our interviews now and hear a little more about safe kids.
In the studio today with John Morton, who is the fire marshal for the city of Goldsboro. John, how you doing?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well. It's been a while since you've been in, but back with us again, talking about a special program that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
We want to also welcome Senior Airman Anthony Hildebrand. Anthony, thank you for your service to our country.
My pleasure.
You're at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base.
Yes, sir. I work in the fire prevention office.
In the fire prevention office. All right. And who's this guy back here?
This is our good friend Sparky.
Sparky the fire dog. All right. Well, thank you for your service as well there, Sparky. Appreciate your being in here with us. Well, John, tell us what's going on.
We're having Kids Fest, which is October 11th from 10 to 2 at Berkeley Mall. And there's going to be fire trucks and police cars and EMS trucks and all that fun stuff.
And
plus, there's going to be a lot of good stuff like Sparky the fire dog.
There you go.
Here.
All right.
Sparky is going to be one of our main sponsors, and he's going to keep us straight that day.
Keep us straight.
Keep us all safe. And we're going to learn about fire safety and wellness and all kinds of fun stuff. But we're giving away 4 bicycles, which is really nice.
Wow, okay.
And we're giving away smoke detectors, because our theme for NFPA this year is Working Smoke Detectors Save Lives. So this is also Fire Prevention Week. So
Yes, it is. I was going to ask you about that. October is Fire Prevention Month.
Right.
This is Fire Prevention Week.
Right.
And we want everybody to be safe. And you all the time, and I know Sparky has been through this as well, you're all the time hearing stories about a tragedy, a fire of some sort, where unfortunately somebody dies in the fire. And you go into the house and there's either smoke alarms that do not have batteries, or the batteries are dead, or there's no smoke alarms at all.
That's right.
What is your experience in this area?
Well, what we say is, when you change your clock for daylight saving time, always change your batteries. And the batteries, you know, they're not that expensive, but those batteries can save lives. And
yeah, your life is worth a lot more than a battery.
That's right. And
Right.
so if a person has an economic hardship in the city of Goldsboro, we actually give smoke detectors away. They just fill out a little thing about their income, and we give them away. We get them, oh, by the way, make sure I say this. Lowe's is the one that gives us those smoke detectors, and so
that will be given away at the
Kids Fest event.
Kids Fest.
So
Okay.
Lowe's is one of our sponsors and have been very nice to us for many years.
Excellent.
And
Yes, they have been.
Giving away hundreds of smoke detectors from Lowe's.
Wonderful.
So in Goldsboro here.
Well, Senior Airman Hildebrand, what do you do at the fire department there on base?
Right now I work in the fire prevention office, kind of like what Mr. Morton here does. In the city of Goldsboro, we also do on Seymour Johnson, and we do monthly inspections of different buildings and such like that on base.
You and the local fire departments and the county fire departments, you guys all work pretty closely together.
Absolutely. Anytime that they need help, we're right there with them, and vice versa. We do a lot of work together. We do a lot of training together. So it's a great partnership that we have with the city of Goldsboro.
How long have you been at Seymour Johnson?
Just over 6 years.
6 years.
6 years.
And I would have to guess, as there's always a time or two, as safe as you can possibly be, but there's always going to be, at some point, something will happen. There's a fire of some sort, whether it's an electrical shortage or somebody's been careless or something. That even happens at Seymour Johnson.
Absolutely. No one's ever safe from the fires, but we like to, and that's where our jobs kind of lie in. We like to try to prevent anything from happening. For instance, the working smoke alarms.
Right, right. Okay, John, again, Kids Fest is going to be held what day?
It's October 11th, which is Saturday from 10 to 4.
That's this Saturday.
10 to 2, rather.
Okay.
Yeah, I just screwed that up.
That's okay.
And
I can take care of that. Yeah.
So, but the big thing we want to, we're going to be educating children on getting low and go, and
Get low and go.
having a exit drill in your home, which we call Edith, and we'll be giving out coloring books for that, which you can draw out your house and show 2 ways out of every room, and we'll get the kids to go home and practice that, because if you don't practice, just like when you don't practice softball, you're not going to be a good softball player. If you don't practice this, you're not going to do it.
I knew I should have gone to practice. I knew I should have done that. Now look, now you're going to do this with the children,
Right.
and then the kids can go and show mom and dad how to do it the right way.
Yeah.
So we want all the kids to show up and learn how to do this the right way and be safe.
That's right.
All right.
And so we've got 30 agencies represented. There's going to be wellness, there'll be chiropractors and doctors and all kinds of stuff from the Wayne County Health Department. Miss Ava couldn't be here this morning, but she's actually a major sponsor for this event. And they're going to be STD prevention and all the things that they do at the Wayne County Health Department to help people with being well.
Okay, now this is coming up this Saturday from 10 till 2 at
Berkeley Mall.
At Berkeley Mall.
And Miss Linda Priestley has been a big help for years.
Isn't she great?
17 years we've had Kids Fest at Berkeley Mall.
Yeah.
And she's had to help us out all those years and been very patient with us.
She's a good
and just some of the things, just so I don't forget anything, we're going to have games, face painting.
How could you not forget face painting?
Yeah, face painting. We've got one of the best face paint artists probably in the state.
Is that right?
Right here in Wayne County.
Wow.
So she's going to be out there offering her services for free. The Bridge Church is going to be there with their outreach band.
The Bridge?
We'll have
okay.
Men with Faces, which is a classic rock band on the outside of the mall where Sears is. And we're going to have a rhythm and blues band, and I'm not sure what the name of their band is. But
Probably
there's going to be
rhythm and blues band.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that'll work.
There's going to be kind of every genre of music for everybody.
So a lot of music,
Yep.
entertainment, food.
And
Got food?
Well, you can go eat at Olive Garden and Longhorn
Yeah.
and Texas Roadhouse, which are our sponsors for this event.
Yeah.
And so we're not actually selling anything. Everything that we're doing with Kids Fest is free.
Everything Kids Fest is free, but you can go to one of those restaurants,
right?
And they're graciously offering discounts.
Yes, they're gonna give us
go.
not discounts, but they're gonna give us free things to give to children. Since it's Kids Fest, we're giving out free food coupons.
Oh, okay.
But you gotta take a little contest. We're doing a cornhole board contest. Say that 10 times. Cornhole board.
I'd rather not. Don't even try. We'll just say it's a contest.
We're doing a contest,
right.
and that's how we're giving away our bicycles and our free food.
Okay.
Things.
Well, that's great.
So,
and Sparky's going to be there.
And Sparky's going to be there. And we just wanted to ask Sparky a few questions so we can get him interactive in this thing.
Are we going to ask him now?
Yeah.
Oh, no, let's not do that now. Or do we want to?
Okay.
We want to do that?
I didn't want to leave him hanging.
It's okay.
Don't
worry about it. It's okay. But let me ask you this. First of all, you are from Florida, is that correct?
I'm from Florida, yes, sir.
You're from Florida. And Sparky is from Michigan. All right, he's a Michigander dog.
Yep.
All right. All right. Well, we appreciate your service there, Sparky, and Senior Airman Hildebrand. We appreciate your service. And John, it's always great to see you. And we're going to invite everybody to the Kids Fest this Saturday at Berkeley Mall from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes. Guys, thank you so much. And woof.
Have you heard what's happening at Goldsboro Family Y? Well, joining me in the studio today is Cricket Davis, and she's here to tell us about an exciting 30-year anniversary and some upcoming events right here in your community. Welcome back to the show, Cricket. Glad to have you.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me. I took a little break, but we're back.
Glad to have you. Also, 30-year celebration.
30-year celebration. We've had a lot going on this month already, and our plans are just to celebrate the whole year. Our 30th anniversary was actually September 15th. The Y opened its doors in 1984, and it's just come such a long way because we've had such visionaries in our community. I mean, when you look at a 50-meter indoor Olympic pool for Wayne County back in the 80s, you know, most people thought we would fail and, you know, do different things. And even when I got there and would talk to other folks, and they'd say, "How big is your pool?" You know, and I would tell them, and they're like, you know, we just didn't think that we were going to make it. But back then we had around 800 members. Now we're at 10,400 members.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
It's a huge saturation, I feel like, for for our area, and that doesn't include program participants that play sports and people that are in our child care programs, people that come for swim meets, just all the different things that we have. So it's just, I think, a blessing to our community.
Well, you all are not only the Goldsboro Family Y, you are such a staple part of our community, and people count on you all for so many different things. You're not just a place to go exercise. You're not just a place to drop your child off for child care, and the list goes on and on. You really are a partner in so many different ways in our community. Can you tell me how you think and you've seen it evolve and change through the years?
I think one of the biggest things has been our collaborations with other agencies in the community, and trying not to duplicate what someone else was doing. When we talk about being intentional, making our community grow, there's so much more strength in numbers. And when we get out of being territorial,
right?
And our thought process is that we want everybody to be a part in some way or the other, but we don't care if somebody goes, it's something that the Y does, and that's just been instrumental, because we partner with the city. We've been doing the city pools now for, I think, probably over 12 years. We have a real good relationships with Parks and Rec, the Boys and Girls Club, 4-H, and now we've been partnering with a lot of the churches and doing things with them. So again, it's like if they need something, they kind of come to us. We need something, we go to them, and it's just much more impactful on the community.
Absolutely.
So we're, it's getting these touches everywhere.
Yeah, well, you all have definitely made a big touch here in our community, and we appreciate what you all do from not just young children all the way up to your oldest senior citizens, because that's what you see when you walk in the Y. You see a combination of families from start to finish.
Yeah, we had a guy from YUSA who'd been with the Y for 41 or 42 years, came down and visited our YMCA, and he was the head of membership for YUSA. And he gave us the best compliment that I felt like we could have had. He said, this YMCA, out of all the YMCAs I've ever been to, is the best cross-section of this community that I've ever seen. And that made my heart happy.
Oh, yes.
Because it's we've got people on financial assistance, we've got all kinds of different things going on, but you don't know. You don't know who you're running next to on a treadmill.
You have no idea.
And nobody cares. That's the good thing about it. I think everybody feels welcome and at home, and
absolutely.
And that's what it's all about. I want them to come in and feel like a sigh of relief, like they're being surrounded by, friends, and we're a family. We just had one of our staff was in a pretty bad accident a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to his mom, and I told her, I said, you tell Walter, I said, he's got over 10,000 people praying for him. I said, that's a mighty strong family to have.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, you all have made such a huge difference, and we're hoping you'll have another 30 years here in Wayne County. And while you all are continuing to move and grow, you have events every year.
Yep.
And I know one of your signature events is your Turkey Trot. So tell me more about that.
That's coming up on Thanksgiving Day. And
I think it's so neat you all do it on Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah, and well, it's one of those things, because we actually added a longer distance. So if you want to eat more, no, not really.
Eat more than run more?
we did have some more people ask for a longer distance. So it's a 5K run and a 10K run now.
Oh, wow.
Which is 10K, 6.1 miles. And then we have a 1 mile gobble wobble.
Wobble.
For kids, or if somebody wants to come out with their family. And last year, I think we had like 400 folks that came out and did the race.
It's really growing.
Yeah, and it's right there, not too far from the Y. We leave the Y and go down Harding Drive, and it's a good run. And the great thing about all of the events that we have is it brings families together. And the side benefit is that we raise money for our scholarship programs that way.
And you're being active. You're being healthy and active.
Yeah, and that one is more geared towards supporting our Change program, which is our childhood obesity program. That's just very, very important. And so, it's obesity awareness and just different things. And so it's a really great event. And people.
And what time does it start?
It starts at 8 o'clock.
And you meet at the Y, in front of the Y?
Meet at the Y. Registration will start about 6:30. And if you want to participate, you can go to the Y and get an application, or you can sign up online at runtheeast.com. If you want to volunteer, I love some volunteers. If you want to volunteer, just give me a call, and I'll hook you up, because we need people at aid stations and people to help direct traffic and those sort of things. So that's the next big thing we have coming up.
The Turkey Trot, Thanksgiving Day, 8 o'clock, meet in front of the Y, register at 7 o'clock.
6:30.
6:30. The run starts at 8. About how long does it usually last? I guess it depends on how fast you run or walk.
Yeah, usually we're done with the 5K and everything by like 9, and so with the 10K it'll probably be 9:30 or 10.
Okay.
And it's like I said, again, it's just really funny because there are kids out there sometimes and it's kind of cold and they're like, you know, their parents like going, yeah, but we can have all this extra pie. Because last year our little thing was justify the pie.
Justify the pie. There you go.
So we're trying to do that, and you know, that's keeping all of our events this year also going to be centered around the 30th anniversary.
Of course.
Because we're just
so excited.
We're just so proud of that.
Yeah. So what do you have, other than the turkey trot, any other exciting things happening?
After the turkey trot, my favorite, and I know I'm not supposed to have favorites, but my favorite is the Wise Men. And we will start working on that November 1st.
That's a great program. Tell me what that is.
That is, we partner in the community to raise funds, and we help identify families. We work with the Boys and Girls Club. We work with, excuse me, Wayne County Public Schools. We work with the Domestic Violence Shelter. We also work with Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, and then we've been the past 3 years worked with Kitty Askins and 3HC. And they have the means to identify families that are not getting assistance anywhere else for Christmas. And so once we get a determined amount of money, we know how many invitations we can send out. Last year we did 67 families on one night. And then we ended up, the families that were burned out at Fairview, we came back for a Wise Men Part 2 and did the 6 families that were burned out in the fire. But we bring the families to the Y, and it's our Wise Men celebration, and then we have a volunteer that takes the parent or guardian shopping, and we provide the gift cards. Last year each family got $320 in gift cards.
That's so nice.
And then we keep the kids at the Y. And we rotate them every 30 minutes. We feed them. We play games with them. And the really great thing is this the time of year when there's so much talk about Christmas and the focus is not where it needs to be. And it gives us an opportunity to read the real Christmas story to the kids. You know, sing real Christmas carols, and so they understand the real meaning of Christmas. Last year, Bicycle World donated over $10,000 worth of shoes. So when the families came back from shopping, they all got to go pick out shoes for everybody in the family. Food Line donated 300 and something boxes of food. So it's like the whole package by the time you leave for the night.
Oh, yes.
And we also give each family a Bible. You know, and this year we're going to do something a little bit different. We're still going to do the Bible, but we're going to do blessings baskets. And so we'll put in the little blessings basket like homemade jams and jellies and cookies and different things. And so, you know, if people want to participate in that way and donate that sort of stuff, that'd be great. It's just a good way to love on people.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a good way to love
right there at the holidays, people need it. People always need it. But during the holidays, it can be a very lonely, isolated feeling if you don't have family and friends around. And this is just fantastic that you all do this program. I know you've done it for quite a while now, and it's such a huge success. So if you people want to participate, if they want to volunteer to do so many different things in the Wise Man program, they can call you at the Goldsboro Family Y.
They can call me at the Y, and you know, just let me know, because the celebration, and I'm trying to go ahead and get this on everybody's calendar because I know Christmas is busy.
Oh yes,
it's Sunday, December 14th at 5 o'clock, and the Y is closed at that time, so it's kind of like it's their
just
own little house for the night,
right,
you know. And that's the great thing too, because last year the parking lot was full. And we had enough volunteers that one person would go with one family to go shopping, and that's what I like.
Right.
You know, and I've got people that come, you know, every year to do it, and you know, I just love seeing how people are moved by what they see and what they get out of it. I don't think they really understand what they're going to get out of it until they do it, and then you know, it's like everybody's, well, when's the Wise Man? I want to make sure I help. And
so that's December the 14th. If you want to participate, give Cricket a call at the Goldsboro Family Y. They'd love to have you. It is so meaningful and such a great thing to do right there at the holidays. Not only will you be blessed, but so will a family, and right here in our own community. Oh, well, Cricket, that's wonderful. You always have great things going on. So the Turkey Trot Thanksgiving Day, and then the Wise Men program December the 14th. And of course, all year long, celebrating 30 years of the Goldsboro Family Y, continuing success.
Yep, and we've got on our website, there's a way for you to win a membership by going on and answering we've got trivia questions. So it'd be really cool to see who knows what and different things that have gone on at the Y. So go to our website, www.goldsboroymca.org, for all that kind of information.
There you go. Those of you that are interested in winning, or the potential to win a membership to the Goldsboro Family Y, visit their website, answer those trivia questions. You never know, you may be that lucky one. Well, thank you, Cricket. We appreciate you always coming in. Congratulations again on 30 years of celebrating the Goldsboro Family Y right here in our community.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And this is WGTV Today. Joining me in the studio today is Sergeant Paige Lerner. She's here today with Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week. We're asking for your help to help solve this week's crime. Hi, Paige. Welcome
Hi.
back to the show.
As always, thank you again.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
So what's happening that we need community's help with?
Well, yeah, I want to talk to them about an assault that occurred in a robbery, basically, and it was on September 26th at about 8:45 p.m. We had a 60-year-old gentleman by the name of Melvin Sutton. He was actually getting out of a car in the 800 block of Olivia Lane here in town. He heard somebody yell at him like "yo" or something to get his attention, and when he turned around, there was a male standing right there that assaulted him with a handgun, hit him in the head, which caused him to fall and get some injuries, and he actually was unconscious. When he came to, he knew that his wallet was stolen. And obviously we have a very minimal description of a black male that did the assault, and so he didn't have a chance to see him really well. But at 8:45, that's still fairly early, 800 block of Olivia Lane, that's a really busy area in town. And I feel confident somebody out there saw something, and I'm hoping maybe the public will come forward and give us some information.
So we just don't have any description at this
We
point?
just have such little description other than a black male.
Okay.
But you know, like I said, it's such a busy area,
It is.
and for an assault to happen to the nature that it knocks somebody unconscious, and you know,
Right.
somebody that's 60 years old, I feel confident. Like I said, somebody saw it, so maybe out there, somebody that's seeing or watching will, provide us that tip of information to help lead to an arrest.
Well, do you have, in general, as we do this weekly, do you have tips that come in that usually help you solve these crimes?
Absolutely, and a lot of times what happens is we might get 10 minutes worth of a tip from one person, and another person might call with the color of a car. Another person might call with what direction they saw somebody running, and so a lot of times it's a culmination of several tips. Sometimes it's one person that saw anything, they step up and just do the right thing. So that's why you always like to have any tip of any little bit of information.
No matter how significant one might think it is, when added with other tips, it can really help solve a crime.
That's right. That's right. And a lot of people will ask, obviously it's the person that gets to me first. It's the person with the most information, which gets us to that arrest.
Right.
Is
right.
the person that would be eligible for a cash reward. And there has been cases that we've had to split some cash rewards, or two callers have gotten a reward because we needed the information from both callers. So that does happen.
Well, Crime Stoppers has been in our community for a long time.
Yeah.
It's really been beneficial. It is a community effort.
Yeah.
And that's what we're asking for today. We're asking for the community's help. If you saw or witnessed anything that happened on this particular date, this particular crime, call in. It is anonymous. The numbers are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And we need your help, Wayne County. So thank you for coming in,
Thank
Paige.
you.
I appreciate your help. And that is this week's Crime of the Week.
And we are back. Today is Monday, and I'm happy about that because first thing you know, it'll fly like that and it'll be over with, and we'll be on
Yes,
Tuesday.
it will. Yes,
All
it
right.
will. My goodness, the city of Goldsboro is having called a Beaver Moon Run. A Beaver Moon Run. I don't know the details on what Beaver Moon means, but I know it. I really don't. But
Okay.
I know this run starts at 4 p.m. at Stony Creek Park.
Okay.
It's going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's going to happen between 10 and 2, October the 9th. Let's see. They'll have more information on the City of Goldsboro's website, which is goldsboronc.gov. And that is Beaver Moon, Stony Creek Park, 4 p.m. coming up really, really soon.
All right.
Yes.
See what else we have here.
We also have a city council meeting tonight. Join us tonight at 5 o'clock. We have a work session.
That's right.
Work
right.
session in the large conference room in City Hall Annex. And then at 7 o'clock, we have a regular City Hall in this historic City Hall, we have a regular council meeting. Couldn't spit that out there for some reason. It's just, one of those days. 7 o'clock.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Love to have you come join us.
And the first Tuesday of the month means that the Wayne County Commissioners will have their meeting tomorrow morning beginning at 8 o'clock with the briefing, and then the meeting itself will begin at 9 on the 4th floor in Commissioners' Chambers in the Wayne County Courthouse, 224 East Walnut Street, in case you want to look it up on a map. Okay, that's tomorrow morning.
If
Okay.
you like chili,
Are you
mark
kidding?
your calendars where you can taste some of the best chili in Wayne County.
All right.
It is all to benefit the community soup kitchen. We call it the Really Chili Challenge. It is a chili cook-off. Let's see, it'll be held at the Waynesboro House parking lot, October the 25th from 11 to 2. Wayne and I have been many times, and let me tell you, it's some good chili eating, isn't it?
It's not only that, but there's a lot of fun.
There's a lot of energy and fire.
Yeah.
And
It's great. I love the chili. The chili's absolutely fantastic. But you put these guys, these people,
different
these folks in
teams
there,
that are
different
happening.
teams, and they entertain. They
yes.
all have a theme of some sort. It's just great.
That's
A lot of
right.
fun. Look forward to that. Britt Eklund, the actress, is having a birthday today. She is 72.
72.
Barry Darso, pro wrestler, WrestleMania and all that. He is 55 today. Elizabeth Shue, the actress, is 51 today. Goldsboro Milling Company will be the site of the next Red Cross blood drive. That'll be October 9. There's also one of the City of Goldsboro employees having a blood drive on the same day, October 9th. The one at Goldsboro Milling at 8 a.m. and the city employees at the W.A. Foster Recreation Center will begin at 10 a.m.
That's right. City employees, we want to see you there. Give the gift of life.
That's exactly right. All right. Let's see, the 6th. Today is Child Health Day. It is Mad Hatter Day. It's also National German American Day, jawohl, and Techies Day and World Habitat Day.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, this Friday, October the 10th at 7:30 p.m., the Swingle, S-W-I-N-G-L-E, Swingle Singers will be performing at the Paramount Theater. You can find out more about them and even hear a clip on the Goldsboro Paramount website, goldsboroparamount.org. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. The
Okay.
Swingle Singers.
We have, of course, Kids Fest this Saturday.
Yeah,
10
that's
a.m.
always
till 2.
fun. I've been to that many, many times.
No, it is a lot.
That's
of
at
fun.
Berkeley Park, I believe. I mean, Berkeley Mall.
Mall, yes, it's at
Berkeley
the
Mall.
mall. Let's see, we talked about that right there. What else do we need to talk about? Anything else?
Shop the Block is happening.
That's it. Shop
Shop the Block
Shop
is
the
happening
Block.
downtown Goldsboro.
Yep.
That's coming up right around the corner. Let's see, what else do we need to put on our calendars? Jazz on George, I didn't mention, the same day as the Really Chilly Challenge.
Oh, is it?
That afternoon,
Oh, okay.
Jazz on George, which is a free jazz concert. It's going to be held outside, of course, on George Street, featuring North Carolina jazz legends, kids activities, food, beer and wine, lots and lots more. It's going to be happening October the 25th from 1 in the afternoon until 6 p.m. on George Street. Jazz on George, love to see you there.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, let's see. Today was the 6th, and that means tomorrow is...
The 7th.
The 7th, thank you.
That was good.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you knew
I'm
that.
on.
So, anyway, we're going to do this again tomorrow, okay? We'll be back again tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
We'll be back again tomorrow. So join us at this time again tomorrow right here on Wayne Goldsboro Television. And until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.